So you are on video. And the question is, now what? Like I've gotten over like out of my comfort zone. I've gotten on video. Maybe I've created some reels or some TikToks. I've went live. I've created some YouTube videos, but now what? Like what's the next thing, Chrissy? And so I hear this all the time. And the next thing in our video marketing, visibility, whatever you want to call it, strategy, right, is that we get to build influence. We get to build impact. We get to basically become the true relatable face of our business to our audience. And so many times we just get on video and to create video content, right? And I want there to be a purpose and a strategy behind everything that you do. Yes, when we first need to get you on video, I don't want you to think about all that. I just need you to get over your fear of whatever it is on the other side of that camera, right? Whatever's back there behind my camera that freaking scares the crap out of me, I have to get you over that before we can move forward with anything else. So whether that's fear of actually being on the camera, making a fool of yourself, what your friends are going to say about you, that other experts are smarter than you, whatever it is, fear of perfection, fear of saying, fear of breaking out in hives. I get those. I get it. I totally get it. So that's our first step always. I've got to get you over that fear, and I want you consistent on video, right? And then we want to throw in the how do we create influence, right? How do we create impact? How do we give call to actions in every single one of our videos? I don't want you to think about those things when you are actually just getting used to video, because it's too much. If we start thinking, oh my God, I forgot about the call to action, and then you freak out and you don't know what to do and you go delete the video. That's not what I want. I want you to build relationships with your audience, and then I want you to build influence with them. And let me tell you some ways that we can do this. And I'm going to give you an example. So one of the things, and I told this story to somebody the other day, I used to mess up on video, and I would legit delete. Like I would end it, delete. And then I would go put up some lie saying that I had internet issues. I'll be back later, right? That was my MO, right? And so then if I messed up, or if I said something wrong, like maybe something I didn't 100% agree with, I'm like, I don't know why I said that. And I would just delete it, like end it, delete it. Now, if I say something I don't agree, like I don't really believe and I don't know why I said it, I'm like, I don't know why I just said that. That's not how I feel. Like I call myself out. It's almost like I'm having a conversation with myself on the video, especially live video, right? Because live video is so vulnerable. It's so real time. It's so being able to show the people who you are. And it's almost like when we have that mean girl in our head and she says things to us and we can be like, no, that's not right. That's not right. That's incorrect. That's not how I feel. I know that's not my truth. Stop telling me that, right? And it's almost like we're having that one-on-one conversation with ourselves, sometimes on video. So I've done that. And it used to embarrass me, and now it doesn't, because I would rather call myself out and say, I didn't really mean to say that way, or that wasn't the way I wanted that to come out, or I don't know. And I'll even say, I don't even know what you call this, but I think this is the word for it. And tell me if I'm wrong. I will call myself out all the time. I'm very authentic. And so one way that we build influence and impact is being by being authentic, right? We want to be authentic. I tell everyone, I've done over 2,000 videos, and most of them are live videos, and none of them are perfect. You get me the way that I am. Sometimes I say everything I want to say. Sometimes I don't. A lot of times I don't. I'm like, dang, I forgot to say that one good thing. It was so cool. I totally wish I would have said that, right? So guess what? I can go create another video on another platform, or write it down and remember, say it next time that I decide to go live. So how can we build more influence, impact? We can do that by giving people quick action steps, right? That they get results from. So giving them valuable content that they see results from. So that's another way to build impact, because they are actually getting results from whatever it is, the thing that you're telling them to do. Being honest, being vulnerable, not always in the moment, because sometimes in the moment that is a little too raw. But I did a video in my personal or my Facebook group, and I talked about the day I almost killed my business. And I was very raw. I was very vulnerable. I was very real. Like, this is why I almost quit. And had I quit, a year ago when I wanted to, when I said in this video, I would have said goodbye to $250,000 because that's how much I made in revenue in that year, right? And I would have been kissing all of that goodbye had I given up and quit on my business that day because I felt like nothing was going my way, right? And so that was being real, raw, and vulnerable, and people connected with that video, right? And I probably should do it publicly. I've only done it in that group, but you are more than welcome to go to the group and see it. But being able to put ourselves out there, being able to be real, raw, and sometimes ugly and messy, right? Sometimes what we go through is ugly and messy, but that is what builds true influence and real impact with our audience. And that is the next step for when we get on video. So how can you storytell? How can you be that attractive character? How can you build all of those things in your content? Besides just having fun, besides just teaching, right? How can you add parables and stories into everything that you teach? Just like I did. I told you, I used to turn off the video and then delete it. That's what I used to do. That was my MO. I was chicken scaredy cat Chrissy, and that's what I did. Now I just roll with it. I call myself out. I make fun of myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know why I just said that. Like, I just say the things that come to my mind like I would if I was sitting here having a conversation with myself or a friend, right? And that's what I want you to do. Remember, there is somebody on the other end of that camera back there. You're watching, and somebody is watching you. And even if you don't feel like nobody's watching, somebody's always watching. Okay. So how and what are you going to do today to start creating more influence, more impact, more vulnerability, more relatability in your video content? So drop it in the comments. I want to read them. I want to see how I can support you. And if you ever need support with this one-on-one, reach out to me in Messenger on any platform that has Messenger. And I would love to support you with this because I want you to be not only heard and seen and to be visible, but I also want you to be able to make that impact and that influence with the audience that you already have and the audience that you're growing.